What is up? What is up? YouTube, how y'all doing, man? Joe Rogan. Hey, I'm on my way back to the Philippines, man. I'm gonna do another month there. Y'all pray for me and my flight and everything. I'm nervous, man. They saying these planes dropping out the sky. I ain't even gonna call it like that. He got my back. But I'm going to say my prayers. Okay, Lord, I'm trying to help people. Can you help me to help people? Anyway, check this out, man. We're going to promote the Music Recording Network stream, our new stream channel. It ain't new. But we are hoping that people will actually go over there and subscribe to the Music Recording Network stream. Support Uncle Mike, help a brother out. Appreciate it. You can type in on the search engine, the Music Recording Network stream. Scroll down a little bit, you see the world with the yellow written stream. That's our other channel. There should be links below if you want to just do a link or something. Do the voice talk. The Music Recording Network stream, and then scroll down. Anyway, Joe Rogan, y'all, reveals how Beyonce and Diddy made the main Freakoff work. So it's a different Freakoff, then it's another Freakoff. Now it's the main Freakoff. Joe Rogan is cool, man. He laid back. I'm trying to study him a little bit, man, and try to do a little more. I try to imitate him a little bit with my own twist on it, man. I think he's laid back and cool. And I don't know how you get these. I can't get people to come on my show. I don't know how to interview people. So y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Give him a thumbs up, man. This is Celeb Rewind. Let's
is Beyonce's pristine image as the Queen of Pop hiding a dark secret? What? Joe Rogan has stirred the internet into a frenzy with his bold statements linking Beyonce to Diddy's infamous VIP Freakoff parties. These exclusive, secretive gatherings have been at the center of Hollywood's most scandalous rumors. And now, Rogan has thrown Beyonce's name into the mix, sending shockwaves across social media.
People are saying all of this Diddy commotion isn't what we should be focused on. Like, it's just a distraction.
Joe Rogan has long been known as someone who chases the truth and exposes evil circles, confirming what Jaguar Wright has already told us.
I'm gonna tell you who I believe is on the tapes. I believe Barack Obama got a tape. I know Jennifer Lopez has multiple tapes. I know Beyonce got a tape. I definitely know they probably recycled some old Stevie J and Eve stuff.
When they were at home at Kim's house on 110th Street, he wanted to, put his hands on her in the wrong way. And Kim took one of those corkscrews and ripped his wrist up and hit an artery.
I'm still surprised that people have the ability to question it when her casket was pre-ordered.
Kim Porter, she got killed because she was exposing a lot of stuff in her book.
It was alleged that she did have a book and that her book was about to come out.
Could the global superstar who's known for her empowering anthems and larger-than-life performances really be tied to this underground lifestyle? Rogan doesn't mince words, suggesting that the connection between Diddy and the Carters runs far deeper than the public realizes. From whispers about their joint ventures to rumors of behind-the-scenes complicity, the allegations are mounting, and fans are questioning everything they thought they knew about Beyonce and Jay-Z. But what really went down at these notorious parties? And how does Beyonce fit into Diddy's dark world of power and secrecy? This isn't just about celebrity gossip. It's about unraveling a web of alleged exploitation, influence, and control that Hollywood's elites have carefully kept hidden. Stick around as we break down the claims, explore Rogan's explosive commentary, and dig deep into the darker side of Hollywood that the industry doesn't want you to see. By the end of this video, you might never look at the music industry or its biggest stars the same way again.
Sometimes you have to tell Diddy no.
Oh, man. Bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, man.
Sean Diddy Combs' alleged list of accomplices to be revealed soon. The names will shock you, attorney says. Whoa.
I think he's gonna sing, if I got invited to the white party, I'd have gone.
Especially if you didn't know.
Of course, no one knew. No one
right.
knew.
If and you don't know, you're just a celebrity, and Jennifer Lopez is gonna be there. Oh, Rick Ross is gonna be there. Everyone's gonna be there. That would be a cool place. I want to meet those people.
Joe Rogan calls out Beyonce and Diddy.
Everyone, there's raids at Diddy's house.
This is how Joe Rogan reacts when his newsfeed gets flooded with P. Diddy news.
It's there. My news feed is dominated by it. Fox News, CNN, everyone. There's raids at Diddy's house.
Now, Diddy's in a tricky situation. I think it's over.
You think it's over?
I think it's over for him as like a figure in entertainment.
Right. But you think it's over as him as far as
jail?
like he gets a cell right next to R. Kelly?
I don't think so. I don't think he gets locked up.
I think he skates.
I think he skates. Or he goes to like Bali.
That's a move, huh?
Joe Rogan has ignited a firestorm in Hollywood with his shocking remarks implicating Beyonce in Diddy's infamous Freakoff parties. Known for his unfiltered takes, Rogan highlighted the swirling rumors that suggest the Queen Bey might have been closer to Diddy's controversial lifestyle than anyone imagined. These allegations, while unproven, have sent shockwaves across social media, drawing intense scrutiny from fans, critics, and the entertainment world alike. The public's reaction has been intense. Social media platforms are ablaze with speculation, with hashtags trending and endless debates unfolding about the Carters' connection to Diddy. Could this revelation tarnish Beyonce's seemingly flawless reputation, or is this just another case of sensationalized gossip? Whatever the truth, the allegations shine a spotlight on the hidden power dynamics and secrecy that Hollywood's elite rarely address.
Cameras all over the house. And 100,000
bottles of baby oil.
Yeah, what? That's all the bottles.
Nah, that's AI. That's gotta be AI. That's gotta be AI.
I don't know if it's AI. I think that's real. I think it was lube and baby oil. I think it had a variety of different substances.
Who counted that? Was
Look at that.
1,000?
Look at that.
The origins of Diddy's Freakoff parties.
Lay on the bed. Hey, Mama said don't jump on the bed. We jumping.
Myth, or if this is true, but I'm told that when you go to a hotel, anytime you go to a hotel, you don't...
Diddy's Freakoff parties have long been whispered about in industry circles, known for their secrecy and the elite guest lists that reportedly included major Hollywood names. These gatherings, cloaked in mystery, have been alleged to involve everything from indulgent excess to outright criminal behavior. For years, insiders have hinted at the party's darker side, suggesting they were more than just lavish celebrations. The industry has always been aware of these secretive events, but fear and power dynamics have kept most people silent. Allegations from former employees and insiders paint a picture of parties that were carefully designed to manipulate and control, with surveillance and blackmail reportedly being integral parts of Diddy's method.
Okay, now we need alcohols.
Right.
Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols.
Right, just different blend. You need the ladies, you need the booze.
You need some water.
For watering plants?
No, I don't know if guys have noticed this. Like, a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They just, you know, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
Wow. It's a little kinky, but rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, you know, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
He almost said it. It also affects the drugs. Heat affects the drugs and make the drugs pop in. He almost said it. It also affects the, you know.
You don't have no air conditioning.
Watch this right here, y'all.
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, you know, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice
switch
little
it up
sweat.
real quick, and it also affects
that just sounds disgusting. What are you talking?
Depends on the way you look at it.
Depends. Oh, people start getting it gets kind of sexy.
Jay-Z and Beyonce's relationship with Diddy.
Puffy was involved, and Suge Knight was involved.
I think Suge Knight's the one who said that thing I just thought of.
What thing?
About that they were there to delete stuff.
Well, if he really was filming everybody, I mean, he had a lot of people at those parties, right? You know who said? Luke from 2 Live Crew?
Yeah, he said he was to leave early.
Yeah. When Luke from 2 Live Crew is leaving early,
then you know it's freaky.
You got a wild party.
Luke got arrested for performing a song. Look at that girl with the Daisy Duke song. And they was doing some too much sexual type stuff on stage, so he got arrested for that. He had a video with put him on the glass, and the soap and water be on the glass, and the girl put the big old breasts on the glass. So he was promoting all kinds of sex in all his music and videos and stuff is my point. And you saying that he left early? God dang, if he left early, then
Luke
you know.
From 2 Live Crew?
Yeah, he said he was to leave early.
Yeah. When Luke from 2 Live Crew is leaving early, like, you got a wild party. If what's happening is too fucked up for Luke from 2 Live Crew?
You got that right.
Like, check, please. There's so many different stories.
Wow.
Who knows?
What are you gonna do?
I'm not doing that.
We're not involved in them. I was never at Diddy's party. I don't even know the motherfucker.
We're out
I don't
here
want to know nobody.
telling
I don't know
jokes.
nobody.
Telling jokes.
Like I told you.
Having fun.
That's it.
Yeah.
Smoking dope, cracking jokes, making people.
That's
everything
it.
else is background music. And living in LA, you have all this shit that's going on around you. That's what you have your life, and then you have all this shit that goes in and out of your ears all fucking day, and you're like, I just want to do stand-up.
You also have those celebrity environments where celebrities all get together, and there's so many of them, and these wild parties. And if you got a wild party and P. Diddy puts on that wild party.
Jay-Z and Diddy's professional and personal ties span decades, and Beyonce's involvement only deepens the connection. Their collaborations, from music ventures to exclusive events, have always kept the trio in the spotlight. Together, they've created some of the most iconic moments in entertainment, but recent allegations threaten to overshadow their achievements. Over the years, the Carters' close association with Diddy has raised questions about their knowledge of his alleged activities. Were they complicit, or were they simply unaware of what went on behind closed doors?
Yeah, right.
The silence from both Jay-Z and Beyonce is deafening, leaving the public to wonder if their inaction is intentional or out of fear.
Talk about it's hard to know what's true, but why people genuinely love it when someone like Diddy gets caught, though. The glee that people have is weird.
Wow.
Why? Because he's too successful. Also, that's like there was always so much East Coast, West Coast shit that's still like in the zeitgeist, like with Biggie and Tupac, and they're all hating at each other, and they both got
Joe Rogan's bold statements.
Listen, the guy was involved in music, right?
Yes.
And you get compromising information on these guys and get them to
100%.
sign very unfavorable contracts.
Yes.
Like, what better way
That's
to get a
what I
guy
think.
to sign an unfavorable contract where you're going to get billions, because he was a billionaire,
Yes.
right? You that guy
Yes.
and film it.
Yes.
You get video of your boys that
Yes.
guy and filming it.
Or
You
you
let
get
him
a
know
fucking
you
younger
always have
and then
that.
underage girl
Well,
or
you
something.
put these guys on GHB or whatever the they're putting them on. They're out of their
blow their
minds.
assholes
They
out.
don't know what's going on.
Yeah, sure.
Don't say blow their assholes
Yeah, that's
out.
what he was doing.
But
with,
you're
like
100%
Will Smith and
right.
stuff.
That's for sure.
But do you know Diddy won a lawsuit against that alcohol company? The alcohol company?
Ciroc?
Ciroc,
Yes.
he won like $1 billion deal, and once that happened, then this all came out.
Oh, well, what did he win? What was the deal?
Some
the lawsuit?
it's some racism thing.
Well, it's like
Right.
you
You want like $1
probably
billion
all
Have you looked
knew.
into this, Eddie?
Everybody probably all knew.
Joe Rogan didn't hold back in his podcast when discussing Diddy's Freakoff parties and Beyonce's alleged ties to them. Rogan's candid remarks have reignited conversations about Hollywood's hidden lifestyle, making him both a hero and a target in the public eye. His commentary painted a stark picture of power, secrecy, and manipulation in the entertainment industry. The backlash was immediate. Fans and celebrities alike took to social media to voice their opinions, with some supporting Rogan's bravery, while others accused him of perpetuating unsubstantiated rumors. Rogan, however, is no stranger to controversy, and his past bold takes have proven divisive yet impactful.
Sometimes you have to tell Diddy no.
Oh, man. Bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. John Diddy Combs' alleged list of accomplishments to be revealed soon. The names will shock you, attorney says. Whoa.
I think he's going to sing, hey. If I got invited to the white party, I'd have gone.
Especially if you didn't know.
Of course. No one knew. No one
Right.
knew.
If you don't know, you're just a celebrity, and you know, oh, Jennifer Lopez is going to be there. Oh, Rick
That's what I'm
Ross is
saying.
going to be there. Everyone's going to be there.
And
That would be a cool place. I want to meet those people.
Beyonce's brand under threat.
Sometimes you have to tell Diddy no.
Oh, man. Bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, man.
John Diddy Combs' alleged list of accomplishments to be revealed soon. The
playing
names
this
will shock
twice?
you, attorney says. Whoa.
I think he's going to sing, hey. If I got invited to the white party, I'd have gone.
Especially if you didn't know.
Twice.
Of course. No one knew. No one
Right.
knew.
If
And
you
then
don't
you
know, you're
find
just
out.
a celebrity, and you know, oh, Jennifer Lopez is going to be there. Oh, Rick
That's what I'm
Ross is
saying.
going to be there. Everyone's going to be there.
And
That would be a cool place. I want to meet those.
Man, I think they did this part 3 times, man. God dang, dude.
Those people, everyone. There's raids at Diddy's house.
This is how Joe Rogan reacts when his news feed gets flooded with P. Diddy news.
It's there. My news feed is dominated by it. Fox News, CNN, everyone. There's raids at Diddy's house.
Now, Diddy's in a tricky situation. I think it's over.
You think it's over?
I think it's over for him as like a figure in entertainment.
Facts. It's over for him. I don't think he gonna get off, man. I really think the feds, I give the feds a couple of more points. If it wasn't the feds, if it was somebody else, you know, another branch or whatever, the feds kind of, they could make stuff stick.
Right. But you think it's over as him as far as like he gets a cell right next to R. Kelly?
I don't think so. I don't think he gets locked up.
I think he skates.
I think he skates. Or he goes to like Bali.
That's a move, huh?
Beyonce's public image as a global icon and role model is facing one of its biggest challenges yet. For years, her reputation has been untouchable, with fans idolizing her talent, work ethic, and seemingly flawless persona. These allegations, however, have the potential to change everything. Damage control will be essential. Beyonce's team has a history of managing her image with precision, but this situation is far more complex. Whether through legal action, public statements, or carefully orchestrated appearances, her camp will need to work tirelessly to counteract the negative press. The stakes couldn't be higher. If these rumors persist, they could impact not just her personal brand, but her entire empire. For someone who has built a career on empowerment and authenticity, even a hint of complicity could have devastating consequences. Diddy's history of allegations.
Joy Dickerson-Neal alleges Diddy raped her in 1991, also in New York. Echoing what prosecutors would write in a federal indictment against Diddy, Dickerson-Neal alleges Diddy recorded this sexual assault. Her lawsuit also argues that she's the victim of revenge porn, as Diddy showed this recording to multiple people without her consent. All 3 of these civil lawsuits were filed last November under the New York Survivors Act. And so too was a bombshell civil suit filed by Cassandra Ventura, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, who's also known as the singer Cassie. It was with Cassie's lawsuit that we first heard in-depth accusations about Diddy's alleged illegal activity. To start, there's the gun allegation that on at least 2 occasions, Diddy demanded Cassie hold his gun in her purse. The lawsuit goes on to state, quote, "There was no clear reason why Mr. Combs required her to hold his guns, except to reinforce to his young girlfriend that he was violent, powerful, and dangerous." Beyond the gun allegations, Cassie put forth some other major accusations in her 35-page lawsuit. She says Diddy beat her, sometimes so severely that she had to hide out in hotels for days at a time, waiting for the bruises to heal, and flirting with rapper Kid Cudi in 2011. Cassie says that in 2012, Diddy told her that he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car, and that he wanted to ensure that Kid Cudi was home with his friends when it happened. Around that time, Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway. The allegations brought forth in Cassie's lawsuit were shocking, and so too were the accusations brought months later in yet another civil suit filed by Rodney Jones, also known as the producer Lil Rod. He began working with Diddy in 2022 on the Love album, and soon, he alleges, the abuse began. Lil Rod accuses Diddy of sexual assault, writing he was, quote, "the victim of constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus by Mr. Combs." He also alleges Diddy and his team were grooming Lil Rod to engage in gay sex. Lil Rod further alleges that Diddy forced him to have sex with prostitutes and even drugged Lil Rod to get him to comply. On top of these sexual assault allegations, Lil Rod's lawsuit also alleges that Diddy ran a gun and drug trafficking scheme.
Diddy's past is riddled with accusations that paint a troubling picture of his rise to power. From lawsuits alleging sexual misconduct to claims of exploitation at his infamous parties, the pattern is hard to ignore. These controversies have followed him for years, yet he has managed to maintain.
Man, you know what?
From lawsuits alleging sexual
I feel so sorry for this little lady, man. She was crying. I think she was dating somebody that actually worked at Puffy's camp. And they honored her, and the story she tells and why she's crying, talking to a lawyer. The good news is she don't have Busby for a lawyer. She has a female for a lawyer. Thank you, God. Man.
misconduct to claims of exploitation at his infamous parties, the pattern is hard to ignore. These controversies have followed him for years, yet he has managed to maintain his status as a music mogul. Recent allegations only add fuel to the fire. As more individuals come forward, a clearer picture emerges of an industry that enabled Diddy's behavior. His ability to navigate scandal after scandal raises questions about the culture of silence that protects powerful figures. This history lends credibility to the current claims. While Diddy continues to deny wrongdoing, the sheer volume of allegations makes it harder for the public to dismiss them as baseless. The role of surveillance in Diddy's lifestyle.
Joy Dickerson-Neal alleges Diddy raped her in 1991, also in New York. Echoing what prosecutors would write in a federal indictment against Diddy, Dickerson-Neal alleges Diddy recorded this sexual assault. Her lawsuit also argues that she's the victim of revenge porn, as Diddy showed this recording to multiple people without her consent. All three of these civil lawsuits were filed last November under the New York Survivors Act. And so too was a bombshell civil suit filed by Cassandra Ventura, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, who's also known as the singer Cassie. It was with Cassie's lawsuit that we first heard in-depth accusations about Diddy's alleged illegal activity. To start, there's the gun allegation that on at least 2 occasions, Diddy demanded Cassie hold his gun in her purse. The lawsuit goes on to state, quote, "There was no clear reason why Mr. Combs required her to hold his guns, except to reinforce to his young girlfriend that he was violent, powerful, and dangerous." Beyond the gun allegations, Cassie put forth some other major accusations in her 35-page lawsuit. She says Diddy beat her, sometimes so severely that she had to hide out in hotels for days at a time, waiting for the bruises to heal, and flirting with rapper Kid Cudi in 2011. Cassie says that in 2012, Diddy told her that he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car, and that he wanted to ensure that Kid Cudi was home with his friends when it happened. Around that time, Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway. The allegations brought forth in Cassie's lawsuit were shocking, and so too were the accusations brought months later in yet another civil suit filed by Rodney Jones, also known as the producer Lil Rod. He began working with Diddy in 2022 on the Love album, and soon, he alleges, the abuse began. Lil Rod accuses Diddy of sexual assault, writing he was, quote, "the victim of constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus by Mr. Combs." He also alleges Diddy and his team were grooming Lil Rod to engage in gay sex. Lil Rod further alleges that Diddy forced him to have sex with prostitutes and even drugged Lil Rod to get him to comply. On top of these sexual assault allegations, Lil Rod's lawsuit also alleges that Diddy ran a gun and drug trafficking scheme.
One of the most chilling aspects of Diddy's alleged activities is his reported use of surveillance to maintain control. Former insiders have claimed that hidden cameras were a common feature at his parties, capturing compromising footage of attendees. These tapes were allegedly used as leverage to ensure loyalty and silence. Joe Rogan's insights into this practice underscore its implications. In a world where power and secrecy go hand in hand, surveillance becomes a tool for manipulation. The fear of being exposed keeps many from speaking out, perpetuating a cycle of exploitation. The Carters and alleged cover-ups. The Carters' empire has always been about control of their image, their music, and their narrative. In light of these allegations, that control is being tested like never before. Reports suggest that they are leveraging every resource at their disposal to suppress damaging claims and maintain their reputation. Legal teams have become their first line of defense, issuing cease and desist orders and threatening lawsuits to silence critics. This aggressive approach may protect them in the short term, but it also raises suspicions about what they might be hiding. Social media and public perception. Social media has become a battleground for this controversy, with platforms like TikTok and Twitter fueling the fire. Viral posts dissecting the allegations have gained millions of views, turning casual gossip into a full-blown public investigation. Memes and commentary are shaping the narrative, with users divided over whether to believe the rumors. Some see this as a takedown of Hollywood's untouchable elite, while others defend Beyonce and Jay-Z, pointing to the lack of concrete evidence. The role of female artists in Hollywood's power dynamics. Beyonce's influence in the music industry is undeniable, but her position also highlights the complex power dynamics at play. Claims that female artists are pressured to align with her or risk professional repercussions point to a culture of control that extends beyond Diddy's parties. Joe Rogan's critique of these dynamics adds another layer to the conversation by calling out the systemic issues that allow such behavior to persist. He is challenging the status quo and demanding accountability from those in power. Allegations of Beyonce's connection to Aaliyah's death. One of the most controversial theories resurfacing in light of these allegations involves Beyonce's rise to fame and its supposed connection to the untimely death of R&B star Aaliyah. Conspiracy theorists suggest that Aaliyah's passing in 2001 cleared the path for Beyonce to ascend to the top of the music industry. Industry whispers have long tied Aaliyah's tragic death to those in her inner circle, with Diddy and Jay-Z's names occasionally mentioned. While there is no concrete evidence, the narrative is fueled by circumstantial connections and cryptic comments from insiders. This resurfaced speculation has cast a shadow on Beyonce's rise, suggesting a darker undercurrent to her success. The broader implications for Hollywood. These allegations don't just tarnish individual reputations, they reveal a systemic issue within Hollywood. The entertainment industry has long been criticized for its culture of secrecy, where power dynamics often go unchecked. Diddy and Beyonce's alleged involvement in these scandals highlights the need for greater accountability. Activists and survivors are increasingly calling for transparency, demanding that powerful figures no longer be shielded from scrutiny. The public's growing awareness of these issues suggests that Hollywood's culture of complicity may finally be facing a reckoning. Joe Rogan's influence on the narrative. Joe Rogan's comments have been a catalyst for this conversation, bringing issues often whispered about into the mainstream. His massive platform has amplified these allegations, forcing both fans and critics to grapple with uncomfortable questions about their favorite celebrities. Rogan's commentary is not without its critics. Some argue that his statements are inflammatory and lack sufficient evidence, while others praise his willingness to confront taboo topics. Regardless of where one stands, it's undeniable that Rogan has shifted the narrative, drawing attention to issues many would prefer to ignore. The legal fallout for Diddy and Beyonce. As these allegations continue to unfold, the potential for legal consequences looms large. Diddy is already embroiled in multiple lawsuits, and his alleged activities could lead to further legal action. If Beyonce becomes entangled in these accusations, her empire could face serious repercussions. Celebrity witnesses could play a crucial role in these cases. Figures who have attended Diddy's parties or worked closely with the Carters may be called to testify, shedding light on the events in question. This could either validate or refute the allegations, but it will undoubtedly draw more attention to the case. A moment of truth for Hollywood. The unfolding scandal involving Diddy, Beyonce, and Jay-Z is a stark reminder of the entertainment industry's darker side. These allegations, whether proven or not, challenge the public's perception of Hollywood's elite and highlight the systemic issues that enable exploitation and secrecy. For the Carters, this moment could redefine their legacy. Will they emerge unscathed, or will the mounting claims force them to confront uncomfortable truths? The coming months will reveal the extent of the fallout, but one thing is clear: the entertainment industry can no longer afford to ignore these issues. Wow, today's revelations have left us with more questions than answers. From Joe Rogan's shocking claims to the dark rumors about Diddy's infamous lifestyle and Beyonce's alleged involvement, it's clear that Hollywood's hidden world is far from glamorous. What do you think? Could there be truth behind these accusations, or are they just wild speculation? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on this unfolding drama. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time with more jaw-dropping stories.
Man, I can't wait till the trial starts and all this stuff is broken down and we start getting a clearer picture. I can't wait to see who else is going to be called to the stand. I mean, he ain't do all this by himself. Hey, I'm going to get on up out of here, man. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.